everyone, Mango7 Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Epic 7. A little bit later than I expected. I do have a birthday video coming out, I think. I just I don't know what's going on, but I do know Epic 7 seems to be on fire right now, and I picked a bad time to kind of AFK. So we have got a ridiculous amount of things that have been changed here. And we can see that there's a lot of them. So we've got Judge Kise, Spec says, Spirit Eye Celine. I have no idea when this came out. On the 9th. Wait, when did this come out? I don't know when this came out, but a while ago. On the 4th. So I'm a little bit late, but this is the first time I'm seeing these. I don't know what the meta's like. I don't know the new characters either. So this is previous Mango that didn't know much that is going to go over this and just react. So we've got Spirit Eye Celine, Hwayoung, Elena. Hwayoung is hilarious, by the way. Command Model Leica, Oxlots, Infinity, Horizon, Acades, Roman, Montmorency, Amorency. So from this, I hope they make Judge Kise better at fast openings. I've always liked to use mine super fast and not damagey. Spec says I don't have Spirit Eye Celine. I'm not sure what they could change for her. I don't know what her problem is right now. Whenever I use her, it goes poorly, and then Daphne makes fun of my gear. As for Hwayoung, I assume maybe they make her kill people like Landy better or Candy? I have no idea. Elena is kind of interesting as well. I'd like to see what happens here. Maybe some dispels or cleanses. Command Model Leica, no idea what to say on this. Oxlots is an interesting one because I feel like he does exactly what he needs to do already. So I'm really curious what this changes. If anything, he needs more base speed, but they don't change stuff like that normally. We have Roman and Momo. And I really love changes to stuff like Momo. Momo's one of those really weird healers where if you don't really have the gear and all the other things, it is difficult as a new player sometimes. She just doesn't heal as much, and if you don't have the right artifact on for the right combat, I just hope she gets more healing output for new players to help. Circus Fantasia, that is Mui's artifact. Manica of Control, Sacred Tree Branch, okay. So there's a lot of changes here. Oh. Where are the changes at, though? Okay, so I found what we're supposed to be looking at here. They just gave me the wrong link. So Oxlots was not actually changed. So I don't know what's going on there. We'll take a look in a second. And let's see. So Judge Kise had problems before. So, I'm not even sure what her problem was. It just wasn't, she just wasn't good enough. I tried all the different versions. Unless I was Oxlotting her up, it just wasn't good. So let's see here. So after she pens by 20%, that helps her damage. Gets rid of the defense break as well. And now Soulburn grants an extra turn. Okay, that seems pretty solid. They kept the Soulburn. It dispels with a 100% chance to make them unable to counterattack for 2 turns and 75% chance to decrease defense. And that goes up to 85, 90%. Okay, that seems pretty good. So it looks like she got extra base damage. She got different debuffs, which is helpful and more helpful for the type of build I was trying to do. And now Wave of Light here grants invincibility to the caster for 1 turn. Yeah, so they covered basically effectiveness too. Nice, I love it. Okay, I really like these changes. So they basically covered everything I wanted. They made her so she's more of an, maybe not more of an opener, but she very obviously can open now because she's got, wait. Okay, so that's kind of weird. So her Soulburn here, which you do to grant an extra turn, then opens up into the one that grants you invincibility. There's been times where I've opened up and died to the counterattack, so hopefully she's sufficiently tanky enough to do that. I don't want to read through too much. I don't want to get through specifics. I just want to look. Spec says here is when an ally except for the caster is attacked has a 20% chance to counterattack. And now it's 50% evasion. So they took away his counterattack and gave him evasion. I don't even know what to say about this. This seems like a weird change. Maybe people will like it, but I always thought the fun part about Cise was stunning everything and just getting in people's faces and stunning you. That's always what I enjoyed. Having him dodge more seems a little bit backwards when your goal is to stun them, right? Interesting. I don't know anything about this though. That's just my initial thought. Spirit Eye Celine. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So Mighty Strike after. So before it pens by 35%, and now it pens by 50%, increases the damage dealt and absorbs some of the damage dealt as health. So they're taking the damage dealt as health off the passive and onto Mighty Strike. And now they're making her passive give her 25% attack. Ooh. That's pretty good, right? Like, this is a pretty good change. She gets 15% more pen, and she already did infinite damage, and she gets more attack, and she doesn't lose anything, right? No, she doesn't lose anything. And just gets more damage dealt here. Okay, that seems like a busted buff. Hwayoung is an interesting one. So, now she doesn't have to be buffed. So just a successful attack here gives her more damage, and Soulburn increased damage and additional damage. So this might be a way to finish people off pretty easily with the 10 Soulburn here, especially people that have infinite mitigation, or somebody like Spirit Eye Celine who has that damage reduction too. What else did they do here? Okay, so they took away 30% attack. And they took away at the start of the battle and end of the turn grants a berry to the caster in proportion to the attack. And now, at the start of the turn, when the caster doesn't have a debuff, just increases the attack. Jesus. And now, what does it do? Dispels all debuffs, grants immunity and barrier. Yep. When the caster's attack is, penetrates the target's attack. Up to a maximum of 100%, barrier strength is proportionate to the caster's attack. Okay, so the barrier strength is new, right? Cooldown lowered and damage dealt decreased. I have no idea what this is going to end up like, but it seems all good, right? They lose the attack. I don't know what to say about this. I need Daphne to tell me how I feel. Leave me a comment, Daphne. I know you love Hwayoung. I don't know how to feel about this, because is she going off like a super amazing high attack scaling unit? Because we're just losing this, right? I don't see it replaced anymore. We also get the barrier off of attack now. So she's still attack scaling, just not as much. And what does Elena do? So attacks all enemies and dispels one debuff from all allies. Yeah, that's what I thought it was going to do. Exactly what I thought it was going to do. I thought it was just going to be a small change for that. And now her EE changes to dispel one additional debuff. Okay, that's pretty sick too. And you don't have to use this EE anymore as well. So command model Leica shoots out all wings to attack an enemy with a 100% chance each to decrease speed and put them to sleep for one turn. So up from 75%. Nothing worse than 75%. I hate 75% chances. I find games that have just 100% chance to have stuff happen are just so much more fun. It's less frustration. So, yep, that's all we could expect here. Sleep effect chance up by 10. Now it turns out decreases buff durations. Okay, this seems the best, right? Like, that seems what's exceptional about this, because they took away the EE to increase sleep and gave her this, which seems insane. There's a lot of changes. Okay, so what were they going to do with Oxlots? So, originally, they were going to increase the effectiveness of the caster for 2 turns, which is good. He needed that because he's so slow. He needs all the defenses. He does no damage. And then you go to silence people or dispel 2 buffs, I mean. I guess you do both of them. Oh, it's just silence normally and dispel after. Okay. Okay, so Soulburn 20. I wonder why they changed this. Like, it's obviously going to be OP-ish, right? Because you're gonna have enough effectiveness to debuff anybody, and you'll dispel everybody right before the booster gets a turn. So any sneaky people that had debuffs will be gone. And if you oxlot somebody like old Judge Kise or new, I'm not sure if it works, then you clear the way for them. Is that why it was taken down? Was there some sort of interaction I'm missing here? Because seems pretty good. Okay, Infinity Horizons. I don't know what this Acades does. So before it's increased combat readiness to the caster by 15%. Now it's 20%. Okay. I don't have to know much about that. It's a 5% CR increase. And he just restricts now. Yeah, I mean, congrats, Roman. You're the best. What does Momo do? Okay. I was excited for this one. So now, with the 50% chance to put them asleep, up to 75%, I guess that's good. Wait, and the Solitude decreases damage suffered by 20%. I don't really like this. I wanted more healing output for her that doesn't rely on her artifacts. You gotta remember the new players, right? This is the healer a lot of new players get, and it is so hard to heal with this on a new account often. But I would like to see Hazel with some more healing output too for newer players. So this increases effectiveness by 25 to 50, and it goes down to 12%. And now it increases a critical hit chance by 15%. Ooh, that does work with Mui. She still relies on crits, right? I can't remember. And it keeps everything else. Oh, that's sick. That's awesome. I have one of these maxed, I think. Manica Atrol is 10 to 20% hit chance and 50% crit chance. And now it is... Oh, it's just 15% crit on everything. And then you get hit chance in the single attack. Okay. Okay, these are cool changes so far. And this one is after using a basic skill, increases CR of the ally except for the caster with the highest attack. Caster with the highest attack. Oh, it's just after attacking, so it's not on basic skill. They didn't Celestine it. Wait, is Celestine basic skill? I don't remember. But those are some pretty good changes. I actually am pretty happy with this. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. I don't know the meta, but just going over some things really quickly. Judge Kise, I'm really excited for. I really like that. Spec Says was one I was upside down about. I'm not sure what to think and need somebody to tell me. Let me know in the comments, because one of you probably uses Spec Says more than me, considering I don't use them. Spirit Eye Celine looked fantastic. Hwayoung looked awkward. I don't know what to say about Hwayoung. Elena's just a pretty solid boost. And then after that, we got a little bit weaker. Command Model Leica, I can't remember what she changed. Auxiliary lots looked too good, apparently. Horizon, Momo, and Roman. But the artifacts were all good too. Overall, pretty happy with this. And there's also this. So, nope. There's also this. So this is Elvira. I don't know what's going on with Elvira, but I can see she's already been changed. And I don't really want to do a video on this until I get to watch her video, but they took that down. So I'm just going to stop this here and maybe release another video in whenever I'm mentally stable. Never sure what that is lately. I am okay, though, just as a heads up. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you're most excited about in the comments below, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.